Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. Billy and Razor and Sophia here with you guys. 4-3 in a shootout. The Boston Bruins needed to find a way to end this homestand on a high note. Very exciting game. Came back to tie it, winning it in the shootout.
Yeah, I think you know my position on shootouts, right?
Yeah.
Not exactly whatever, but if you got to do it, win it, right? Man, oh man, do they need that? Because you need to leave this building feeling good about yourself, which the team does. It's not perfect, far from perfect. We'll talk about the game, but you get the win. The crowd is happy. The people are happy. You know what I mean? And there's something to be said. I've used the term optics before throughout this whole homestand. This is a good optic to finish on winning an exciting shootout. I'll give it that, but, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. It does take away from the negativity, the negative questions you're going to get asked the next day before you go on a plane to Edmonton. All of that surrounding it now. You focus on Brad's 1,000th game ceremony. Right. Now you focus on Jeremy Swayman's performance. Now you focus on the shootout being a lot of fun. And you focus on playing the best player on the planet on Wednesday night. So the narrative changes very easily just with a quarter of an inch there at the end on Jeremy Swayman's pad. That's the game. That's the business that they're in.
And, I mean, you know, Craig Smith, former Bruin.
Oh, right.
I mean, it was
that's so tip. I mean, just the way it's gone for him.
I know,
the last
2 years.
4 years
yeah.
of his career.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, how close it was, we're going to show it to you right now. But first, McAvoy's shootout goal to give him the go-ahead here.
Well, so McAvoy comes in with speed. The same thing that Marchand did. And I felt, and I still feel, that too many players come in slow. Marchand and McAvoy both had speed. I feel like that puts the goaltender at a disadvantage or less of an advantage, perhaps. And then here's the play Soap's just talking about, Razor.
Well, and it's not disrespectful. I'm not giving it to guys that are lower in the lineup. But after you get past the first 3 or 4 guys in a shootout, as a goaltender, you are in complete control. You feel confident. You feel like you own the net. And we saw that from both of these goaltenders. Now, when you get to roll out Charlie McAvoy, an all-star at number 9 in your lineup, you could see the energy, you could see the change in confidence that McAvoy has compared to Oettinger, and that's why he can hold him, that's why he can fake him out, because of the confidence that McAvoy has and because the unsurety that Oettinger has. We saw the 5 shots before that, Ottinger's all over it, and Swayman's all over it at the other end, because it's like, no big deal, you're going to have to beat me, where then McAvoy gets Oettinger going and moving a little bit more.
And I don't
just sit on that wrister, right? He didn't just sit on it.
Right, didn't wait and give it away. He
exactly.
He had to think about what was McAvoy going to do there. Geez, forgive me. 2 years ago, McAvoy won the shootout against Columbus, I think it was. Yeah. Came in with more of a similar move to get. But again, I think speed is important. I know you see guys that
with the good players.
Kane can do it. Kuznetsov could do that ultra slow.
Yeah.
I don't think the rest of the guys can get away with that. They're not as nifty as those guys are.
Well, again, it's that confidence. And again, we see a lot of slow from the first 3 or 4 guys, but once it gets down the lineup, you want to see the speed. You should just go. Just go as fast as you can.
I think so.
Either fake shot backhand or shoot it right away. Keep it simple. It was all the what I always gave advice to other guys, and what I didn't want to see from a player that I didn't really know a lot about or hadn't seen on video from a shootout.
Right.
Because again, all these guys are doing video. Oettinger knows exactly what Coyle's done.
He knows
exactly
that
what
Pasta's going to look.
Exactly what Pasta. So they sit. It's when you get further down the lineup, but as soon as I see a guy who I haven't seen on tape go slow, now it's easier for me. Now I can sit on it. Mm-hmm. If they go fast, now I have to play shot or backhand, and that makes it a little bit more difficult.
There would not have been a shootout if Jeremy Swayman didn't make some big saves and kiss the post as well in the extra frame.
Well, and in the pregame show, we talked about the goaltenders needing to come up big, and they get a lot of credit when the team's winning. They haven't taken a lot of the credit for the losing the last couple of weeks, but at the same time, they needed to come up big at some point, and Jeremy Swayman did that. He got fortunate, which you need to have some fortune in this league. He just got enough of that Harley shot. It would have went in had he not got a blocker on it, so you have to give the goalie credit for that. It wasn't just the post, a big save. Dallas was really focusing after that Lindell goal, low blocker.
Regularly.
And Swayman stood up to that after overtime, because again, as a goalie, it's in your head. You give that shot up 2-on-1 in the third, and you know Sagan's going there, but you don't want to overplay it and get beat under the arm. Swayman did a good job with that.
Yeah, just 2 saves in the overtime, credit to Jeremy Swayman. It felt like, though, more really because Dallas, they had possession of the puck an awful lot. They reloaded a couple of times. They made themselves, I thought they handled the overtime pretty good. Near the end of the overtime, the Bruins had an interesting threesome out onto the ice. But the Bruins end up finding a way, and a lot of it was Jeremy Swagman doing what he had to, the couple of saves.
And David Pastrnak, lots of points for him this season, gets his 35th. So not a monkey off the back situation, but when it comes to the extra man, tying it late in the game, the Bruins needed this.
Absolutely. And this is going to end up being David's first shot on goal in this game. He had 6 previous attempts. McAvoy with the mesmerizing look, or maybe I should say no-look play here at Razor. As the puck's going to come back to him, everybody, self-included, thought he was going to end up shooting the puck. He's going to take middle ice. Look at all that ice right there. Who's going to pass the puck when all that middle ice is wide open? Most players would get yelled at if they're thinking, I got to shoot. Well, he's got the confidence, but also he knows that he's got 88 over on that side. And it's a hard pass, too. A real bullet pass, and he's 5 feet outside the dot.
This is why you never complain about what David Pastrnak is doing on the ice, how he's performing. There's only 2 guys on the planet that score. Like, I can't explain to you how difficult it is to hit that one time. As soon as Seguin puts that stick to the middle, that's all McAvoy's looking, waiting for, and puts it in that radius for David Pastrnak. You can't overstate how difficult that shot is, how few people on the entire planet can make that shot. You could put 500 other NHLers out there and have them one-time that, and it's not going to hit the net. It's not going to get anywhere near becoming a goal.
No, and it's 2 things. It's one, it's the firm, the hard, it's a hard pass. That wasn't a rocket. That was a heavy pass over there. The speed of the pass.
Yes.
But also the angle. Not many guys, I know we're seeing more and more guys shoot from a little outside the dot, but we're talking in that moment to be able to make that. You're right. There's a couple of guys in the world that can do that, and Pastrnak does it right there. I know people want to focus on some of his other things, and I get it.
Of course.
I get it. But there in that moment, hey, he finishes when needed it the most.
Yeah. He did indeed. That was his 35th of the season. Brad Marchand had an assist in this game and a very important shootout goal to make sure that the shootout continued. They also honored him for his 1,000th game, which he played earlier in the week. So he talked to Adam Pellerin after this one.
Brad, congratulations on the win. Down 3-2, late comeback to tie, overtime shootout. Big win here.
Yeah, it is. That's a feel-good win. One we've needed here for a little while. Great resilient by the group, and it feels good. It feels really good. Our effort's been there the last few games. Results haven't been, so it's good to get this one.
Taking matters into your own hands in the shootout there?
Yeah, I blacked out. Still don't know what happened, but it felt good to get that one with all the family and friends here. It doesn't happen often, so it's fun.
Yeah, before the game, obviously being honored for your 1,000th game. Like you said, family, friends, Bruins legends, all acknowledging the accomplishment. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, it's special. There's so much that goes into anybody getting to this point in their career, and so much work that goes on behind the scenes, and so many people to recognize. And the more I've played and the longer I've been here, you just realize the support that you have around you can be such an instrumental part of you make it in playing for a long time. And I've had an incredible support group, my friends and family, and can definitely say that each and every person, that I'm close to and that's here would not be here if it wasn't for them. So very grateful for the opportunity and all the guys I met along the way. So I'm trying to enjoy this one, and it's been a good run so far.
Congrats on the milestone. Congrats on the win. Good luck on the road.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Don't go anywhere. We have got lots more to come after this 4-3 shootout win over the Dallas Stars by the Bruins. We're going to hear from Jim Montgomery. He goes one-on-one with Andy Brickley right after this. Bruins Overtime Live on Nesson is presented by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com.